Hi everyone, my name is Jillian Miller and I am the wedding coordinator here at St. Thomas Aquinas. Super excited to be here with you guys today, and also my dear friend and parishioner, Dr. Karen Pohalis. And we have some very exciting things to talk about for the month of July. How are you doing, Karen?
I'm doing well. Nice to be here.
It's great to have you. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
So I'm a family physician. I practice here in Charlottesville, and I've been a parishioner at St. Thomas since early 1997.
Wow.
So I have been working with the Natural Family Planning Ministry here since 1997, so I realize that's 25 years this year.
Wow.
So I feel a little old about that, but happy to be here and very excited about what we're going to be bringing to the parish this month.
So July is the Call to the Joy of Love month. So why don't you explain to us a little bit about what that means?
So now, Call to the Joy of Love is the theme for the U.S. Council of Catholic Bishops for what is called Natural Family Planning Week. Here at St. Thomas, we want to go bigger than that. So we are actually having a Fertility Awareness and Appreciation Month with different themes. I think that's important because so many people will look at that topic and go, oh, it's about fertility and it's about family planning. But it really is about so much more in our journey as Catholic Christians, and we want to bring the other parts of that forward. And the best way to do that is to take a little more time and dive more deeply into individual topics each week.
Okay, so this month isn't just going to be about natural family planning. You're saying it's going to be about something greater than that?
We have a little bit of everything.
Okay.
So for parents of teens who are wondering about how to have the talk, we're going to have a talk about that. For couples who are struggling with infertility, we're going to have a discussion about that. We're also going to have, part of it is going to be, I've been with this for 25 years, that people may think that NFP is the rhythm method, throw a thermometer in and call it a day.
Right.
It is so much more than that. There are hormonal monitors, and I spend a lot of my time on continuing education to keep up with endocrinology, basically, on these things. So there is so much more to fertility awareness-based methods now than there was when I started 25 years ago. So we want to let our parishioners know about that for themselves, for their families, for their friends. So we've got a lot to cover.
We have a lot to cover.
Yes.
And it sounds like there's a lot of new information coming our ways. And it also sounds like we are going to be kind of relating to people in different stages of life. You know, whether it's going to be married couples or teens or even children, and what this theme of like fertility awareness and being called to the joy of love really looks like in acting that out in our Catholic faith. Exactly.
Our fertility, everybody, females have fertility, males have fertility. That is an essential part of who we are, of how God made us. So we can't, it is a part of our faith walk as much as everything else is a part of our faith walk, our embodied selves that carry God in us. So we need to kind of look at it in that holistic manner, and not just what does it mean during the years in which we're planning our family, but what does it mean as we are parents with young children? What does it mean when we are older and we are grandparents or moving beyond that? So how does that speak into our lives as Catholic Christians?
That sounds wonderful and very
I'm
exciting.
very excited.
I am too. I'm very excited. And I also love that you mentioned as well, you know, talking about the harder topics of infertility or maybe miscarriage and things like that. You know, how will we address those things this month?
So that is a big part of my medical practice, is working with women in those situations, and we are going to be discussing there is so much we can do to try to restore reproductive health and not band-aid approaches. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit. That's what I do a lot in my practice with patients who come to me all over the state to talk about these things and how to restore their normal cycle function, because healthy cycles are part of our overall health, and by restoring a woman's health in those areas, we can actually sometimes help those issues without couples feeling the need to resort to things that are outside of the church teachings. We want to let them know there are other options.
There are options.
And there are good options, and they are health restoring options.
Right.
And that is really huge, and it's been very exciting. I didn't think my career would land this way when I first started with this stuff 25 years ago, but it's been exciting.
It is very exciting, and I think it's just so necessary too to have a Catholic doctor talking about these things And just knowing that, we see this, we see that there are parishioners who are suffering from these things or are carrying these crosses, and that we love them. And as a parish, as parishioners, we want to support them. And for, again, everyone in all stages of life, really.
Exactly.
And I hear that on July 26th, there's going to be a very special event going on. So why don't we tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, there is. So July 26th we are changing our model for teaching fertility awareness in our engaged couples program, which you are very much a part of. But we have a model that's going to open really well to the whole parish. So on July 26th, we are going to have from 7 to 9 p.m. We are going to have it set up as a Zoom because we know how to Zoom now in the past couple of years.
Yep.
But part of it is going to be going over some of the teachings of the church in this area, and also looking at what are the basics about cycles and how does that translate into fertility awareness methods. The second half of the class is actually going to be an intro session in FEM, Fertility Education and Medical Management, which is a fertility awareness model. And we have an instructor who is going to actually teach the intro session to us as the second half of that Zoom. So for engaged in couples, that gives them a great grounding. For couples in our parish or others in our parish who are interested, or others looking at models of, they're concerned about cycle irregularities, even if they are single and have cycle irregularities, they should be addressed. That'll give them a chance to kind of learn about that and learn about starting to chart. And then they would be able to work with that instructor individually for 2 more sessions to become fully instructed with that. But we're giving them a great head start at no cost.
That's wonderful. Yes.
And we're very excited about that.
Yes. So sounds like a lot of great information is coming our way this month.
It is. It's going to be a really busy month. We've been working hard preparing for this busy month. It's good.
We have. So everyone stay tuned, and you'll hear more from Dr. Karen and myself in the weeks to come.
And one thing I want to say to invite the parish, the national numbers on fertility awareness use among Catholic couples is kind of low. It's probably estimated to be around 4 to 5% of Catholic couples using this. Please don't, if you are in the group of 90+% who have not used this in your marriage or in your lives, please don't take this as your invitation to check out because it doesn't apply. I would encourage you to come along for the next few weeks. We have a lot of information to offer, and you may find things that you learn may help you revisit how you're thinking about it. So please don't view it as, well, I didn't do that, I've already had a sterilization, so clearly none of this applies to me. There's always a chance to grow in our knowledge here for yourself, for your family. I didn't grow up doing this either, and it was somebody speaking to me about it and showing me some things that I hadn't seen before that actually brought me on this path personally and professionally. So please hang out for the 4 weeks. I promise we're going to have some fun.
Thank you, Karen, for sharing that.
Well, thank you. Thanks, and I'm really excited, Jillian. This is going to be wonderful.
It's going to be a fun month.
Yes, it will.